Welcome back to another episode of Shade TV. My name is Marissa Hill, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Yeezy Slide in the Ochre colorway. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back to another unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe right now. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those down below. Hit that notification bell because we do have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you to miss out on. Also, be sure to check out that join button as well as our merch store. We've got some amazing merch items on there that you're definitely going to want to give as gifts for this holiday season. As mentioned earlier, we're going to be talking about the Yeezy Slides that just released, this time in the Ochre colorway. If you are wondering about size and fit in detail, be sure to go back, check out my videos on that. But this is definitely a different color scheme that I get to add to my collection. It's something I haven't seen before. So we're going to get into that overview, talk about size and fit on these, followed by how I styled it. I will also dabble in a little bit of talking about the comparison between the Foam Runners, since it is the same name. And then we will conclude with how these are doing on the resale market. So let's jump right into it. All right. The Yeezy Slide, my most comfortable, most worn shoe indoors, actually, which is something that I definitely have to jump into as soon as I get home. This is a really cool color scheme though, just because it has this different swirled effect. I haven't seen this on any of the slides that I've had in the past, so this is really different because it's actually got a pattern to it instead of a solid color. So you can actually really see this subtly. I'm gonna have to actually move it around the light probably for you to see it because it's so subtle, but there are just different markings and almost an orangey color scheme. It does in different parts of the light just look like it's a different type of brown. But there is that pattern that goes on throughout the front of the shoe all the way up to the top of that toe box region there. We do have that subtle Adidas logo here and the nice treading on the bottom. This is also a different material than I've seen on most of my slides. So this is a rougher material. I'm actually wearing a slide right now. Funny that I said I wore these inside. I wasn't lying, but you can see that this actually is a bit smoother in texture than this pair. This has definitely got a more textured feel to it. I would say as well, this fits me a little bit tighter. For some reason, this is slightly wider. But could be just because this is a different model. We do have the Yeezy branding inside with my size on the inside. It says made in China there. But other than that, let's take a look at those details so that you can kind of see those swirls up close and personal. All right, so moving on to size and fit. So again, I like to say go down. If you are in that half size range, to go down half a size. I feel like these fit me perfectly. When I did go half a size up, there was a little bit too much room for me and I was sliding back and forth inside the slide. Again, I do feel like for some reason these fit a little bit on the wider side, so there is more space than on this slide. I wonder if I can actually kind of show you guys how this one, does this even show this a bit more narrow? Could be even the molding on this one that's so different, but this is actually a little bit more narrow than this slide is, which is quite interesting. But I would say just go down half a size on this if you are in that half size range, or just go true to size if you are in that whole size range. All right, so now let's jump into styling. Actually, before styling, I want to show the Ochre Foam Runners just because this has the same exact name. Can't quite figure out exactly the color schemes because this is very different. I'm like, it's almost like this threw up on the slide, and that was what it made pattern wise. But other than that, there is no other similarity. I guess they kind of have this tan brown vibe to it, but definitely a different color scheme going on there. All right, so let's talk about how I styled these. So obviously I wear my slides everywhere. I wanted to keep it pretty casual with the first look, so I wore some brown cargo pants that were wide-legged, and then I topped that off with my Supreme Biggie t-shirt, and I layered that with just a tan corduroy button-down jacket. Definitely neutral tan brown hues go great with this color scheme, especially since it has that swirl. I feel like you can definitely mix around the colors that you do wear in your looks.
On top of the money, on top of the flows, on top of the charts, on top of the globe. Built a machine and it's top of the line. Started with nothing, I'm watching it grow. On top of my dollars, on top of the gold. You ain't on top of your shit and it shows. Top of the morning, get top in the morning. It's a long story, watch it unfold. Minding my business and finding a bag. I used to the shit I was dying to have. Used to put chips in a Frito-Lay truck.
For the second look, I decided to wear my Yeezy hoodie. I know, it's been a minute. I was meaning to do a video actually on that Yeezy hoodie and I just didn't get to it. So here you're seeing it with these slides. I think, again, brown just goes so nicely with the Ochre colorway. I paired that with just some simple ripped wide-legged denim pants. Definitely the brown Yeezy hoodie. If you were able to purchase that, that is a go-to for me lately since it is such a warm hoodie and it's getting so cold here in New York. But definitely goes great with the Ochre slides.
Watching them fold, minding my business and finding a bag. I used to the shit I was dying to have. Used to put chips in a Frito-Lay truck to get paid. It was honestly kind of a drag. I got it popping, told them I quit. I sold the Mazda and packed on my shit. I had a girl at the time, but we split. Moved to LA cause I needed a lift. I got a fear over getting complacent. Too many friends with a talent that wasted. Feels like it bothers me more than it bothers them. How is that possible, homie? I hate it. I know what I got, know what I need. Life keep on moving, slow down the speed. Buried my friend when he died, I was drinking a Coke. That's not how you
For the last look, I decided to just go super monochromatic, all one colorway, all green, this olive tone. I think olive goes great with this brown hue as well. So I wore a green crew neck sweatshirt and then some quilted green pants to match. And I think it just really blended quite nicely with the different color tones in this slide.
How you properly grieve. I seen some shit that you wouldn't believe. I've gotten swindled and I've been deceived. I thought I had it all figured out then. Damn, I was young and naive. On top of the money, on top of the flows, on top of the charts, on top of the globe. Built a machine and it's top of the line. Started with nothing, I'm watching it grow. On top of my dollars, on top of the gold. You ain't on top of your shit and it shows. Top of the morning, get top in the morning. It's a long story, watch it unfold.
All right, so you let me know down below, what was your favorite look out of the three, or how would you decide to style these slides?
Moving it up, ain't no surprises here, they knew it was us. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. I got faith restored, why you pushing the brakes? I ain't full of myself, boy, I'm full of mistakes. I came from humble and roots, I'm here to stand and deliver. Had no one gassing me up, except the man in the mirror. I used to work on my handles, and now it's handles of liquor. I write these songs in a dark room, the candle will flicker. I stay practicing heavy for when the game's on the line. It's like over and over, I run the plays in my mind. I'm a psycho, I'm taking my time. Rushing perfection is a dangerous crime. You gotta give it and take it. That's what you do till you make it. I had to roll with the punches and take the hits from the flagrants. I'm saying the bar raising, we keep moving it up. And no surprises here, they knew it was us. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. An off game don't mean I'm losing my touch. And no excuses, I ain't using a crutch. Apologies if I was doing too much, but I always came through in the clutch. I was falling, had me stalling. I was way down, now I'm balling. I done came up and I called it. I done came in the clutch with the game on the line. I operate from a higher place. Wait, some decisions don't dry erase. I'm doing what I can to fuel the flame like a fireplace. To make a bunch of money, buy my mama a fireplace. We make incredible songs to celebrate and get mad lit. Once upon a time in Hollywood.
Now let's conclude with how these are doing on the resale market. So these sold for $60 retail, and they're currently going between $100 to $190, which, as you know, slides just do not sit on shelves. Everybody wants them. Once you have your first pair, you realize how comfortable these are and you cannot live without them. So definitely makes sense why that price is resonating that way on the resale market currently. All right, that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you're new here and haven't hit that subscribe, be sure to do that right now. Give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, leave those down below. Hit that notification bell because we do have a ton of heat coming out that I don't want you to miss out on. Also, check out that join button as well as our merch store. This is ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. We will catch you all in the next one.
And put those presents beneath the tree, 'cause baby, it's that time of year.